Hello. Uh, I never know what to call these things. So, it's an incredibly hot day in Toronto today. Like, the wind this is my opener, by the way. This is like, I always come on the stream with nothing, figuring like, I'm gonna be on here for like an hour, what am I gonna do? And then I'm like, oh, I'll talk about this, and that'll be my tangent, branch to, branch off from. That wasn't a good use of metaphor. Anyways, very hot day in Toronto today, and the AC is broken in here, so summer is definitely here. Though the wind, I must say, with all of its heat, does make it quite nice, so I'm hoping to get out today. This might be a bit of a shorter stream. How is everybody? Oh, yeah. I thought I'd... Remember how on the last stream I was talking to all the I don't know, I think it might have been Raven or someone, who suggested that I spice up the room. This is my best attempt. It would have taken way too much printer paper and time for me to cover that wall. I tried to actually throw a green screen on that wall too, but it doesn't work. So that's my best attempt to sort of spice up the room just a little bit so that it's not just blank walls. But yeah, I wanted to answer this question. That's why I pinned it. So I shot the most recent video on a phone and a drone at 4K at 60 frames per second, and then I just color graded it in a new way than I have before. So I'm super pleased with the video. I hope you guys liked it. You seem to. But yeah, it took so long to edit. I was up very late trying to export that from my computer to YouTube. It was quite ridiculous. Thanks. Wait a minute. Oh no, I have 2 comments pinned at once. There we are. Indeed it is. I can throw anything I wish up there. I can, even if I have it here. Well, I of course always have the cats. Right there. Now you can't really see them. But, yeah, I had at one point had the actual video up planned there, but, whatever. Emily says not the cats. Someone asked, how's the weather in I just saw a comment scroll by that said, how's the weather? I just did a rant on the weather. So I don't know, scroll back a couple seconds to find my thoughts on Toronto's weather at the moment. Or maybe that's a comment towards the green screen and me talking about the weather. Today in Toronto, summer, hot, windy, people going out to the island. It's actually ridiculous. In the harborfront, there are like people lined up to try and get ferries out to the island. So everybody's getting out today. Anyways. Oh, yes. The bottle is back. That's the downside of having your window open. Let me see if I can close that. I'm still trying to cool down the room, but for the purposes of sound, it might be better just to close the window. If I seem a little bit rushed, it's because there's a guest today who I think is super awesome, and so I don't want to keep him waiting. But I do want to have like a nice sort of casual intro or something. I don't know, just to check in with you guys before we move on to the guest. But that's why it may seem like I'm hitting the ground running instead of the usual warm-up to things. I'm excited, and that's why. I'm also a tad bit dehydrated, which the heat does not help with. Whatever. I'm dealing with it. All of it. Well, now I've teased you guys with the get. Okay, I'll bring her on. Let me see. Let me send her a text. Yeah. She might be. She's probably watching the stream. Like, probably just. Yeah, but there's a 30-second delay. Hey! That's my opener. Hello. Are you currently ready to join the stream? Feel free to jump on whenever you're ready. Last night at the strangest stream, I sailed away to China on a little rowboat to find you. Instantly, as soon as you commented that, a Queen song popped into my head. But sure. You know, they're both absurdly large water bottles, but I wonder which is bigger. I think it might be the plastic version. Though, that has a certain level of class, which is certainly nice. She's here. Everyone say hello to Sophie. Hi, Sophie.
Hi.
There's probably an echo knowing the stream, so I'm gonna switch over to here.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, for those who do not know, Sophie is an awesome musician, an incredible writer who I recently discovered through this songwriting competition. And I am... counting the days is not the right metaphor, but I'm very excited for whenever that song that you put out for the songwriting competition comes out, because I was blown away by that.
Yeah, I actually was gonna text you. I forgot, but it did come out actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, it actually came out about a week ago, or I don't know, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so the full version is out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it turned out really cool. I like it.
She also has an incredible TikTok account where she, in addition to very other cool things, I'm sorry that I'm talking about you like you're not here.
No, thank you.
She's an awesome writer. Check her out on all platforms. We're just gonna hang out right now. That's all.
Thank you.
What have you been up to?
I just finished school for the summer, so that's exciting. And then I'm always working on music. I've been putting out a song every month, since February. So another song's coming out in a couple weeks. So yeah, just a lot of music stuff. It's very
awesome.
exciting.
How does that work for you? Are you self-recorded, or do you go to somebody, or are you working virtually? How do you do that?
Yeah, I work with a producer for like a year now. He's really cool. I go to LA, and then we have like studio sessions, and I write all my songs like myself in my bedroom, but then I kind of bring them in, and then he adds like all the instruments, and we record it and everything like that. So that's how I do it.
Wait, so he comes to you, or you record it from the bedroom?
Oh, I go to him. Yeah, he has like a at-home studio. It's very cool. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I just realized I forgot to... Could you introduce... I sort of stampeded through that. Could you introduce yourself to everybody on the stream and your platforms, that kind of stuff?
Sure. I'm Sophie Bakora. I'm a 17-year-old singer-songwriter. It seems so formal. I'm like, but I'm a singer-songwriter, and my platforms are all just at Sophie Bakora, just like my name. Did you just pin a comment? That's so nice. Thank you. Is that about me, or I don't even know, but that's very nice. But yeah, so all my platforms are just my name, and then yeah. Awkward silence. Oh
That's
my
one of
god.
my favorite things. Anyone who knows the stream or just is a friend in general, I love awkwardness and bathing in it. But yeah, these streams generally start out quite weird and then they get loose and fun. But
Yeah, I can see
yeah, I
that.
don't know. Pe- People probably don't know. This is the first time we did like a test before this, but this is really the first time that we've met face to face,
Yep. It's
which
actually
is hopefully the start of an awesome friendship. But who knows?
could be. What is that? What is that behind you? Is that a green screen or is that real?
No, that's
Like
hold on.
the
I
picture.
bet I
Is
could.
that a
This is a
picture?
green screen.
Oh, okay.
Someone's gonna someone's gonna put something there now that I've undid it. But yeah, I I'll generally just for fun pull out the green screen and throw some stuff back on it for
That's
fun,
cool.
just messing around. So I can swap it out. I can do videos of stuff. That one's quite trippy if you could see the whole
That's
thing,
cool.
but I don't know.
Wow.
I'm just trying to. We're renting a house here, so I'm just trying to make the background as interesting as I can. But it really is just a wall, so there's not much you can do. The green screen's sort of like my little makeshift version. Brought it actually from LA thinking that I would superimpose the background that I had at home for like YouTube stuff behind me, but it didn't end up being big enough to do that. It just got very claustrophobic when I brought it that close. So this is what I've got going on.
That's cool. Do you usually have like a big green screen like where the whole screen is filled or the whole screen is like a green screen? I've seen those.
Yeah, I've got like a bigger one. Oh, hold on. I've got a bigger one under the bed that like has a whole stand and everything. That one's cool because it mounts on the back of a chair. So I think it's meant for like streaming or something. But the problem with it
Oh
is,
yeah.
in order for it to work, I would have had to stay super close for it to fill like the entire frame.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's how. I heard your dad talking about getting like this, the same camera that I'm using for like music videos and stuff, and I was
Oh
a bit
yeah.
curious about like what your approach is to filming stuff on your own, because that's always been a head trip for me.
Oh yeah, yeah, we got that recently. I wasn't sure, like I don't know all these camera names. There's but I know he got a new camera, Sony. Um and we've only like experimented with it so far. Haven't we kind of been wanting to film music videos because I haven't really done that. I've been doing like lyric videos and
Mm-hmm.
we have this other camera. Apparently the Sony camera is good for like low light. That's what my dad was saying. So that'd be cool to like film some stuff at night. But yeah, I
Yeah.
don't film like a lot of stuff. Like that's what I've been wanting to get into is filming music videos. Because I used to when I was younger and I did like YouTube covers. Um, and yeah, I do a lot of live stuff now. So,
Yeah. Well, I know it's the same camera that I'm using, and it's definitely a good one. Still figuring out
mm,
how to do it, but it seems like if this is the sort of if you want to shoot something like a music video or something, this is the camera to do it. So I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing with it though, so it's all fairly casual and loose, and
yeah, it looks
I don't
super
know.
cool though. Like that's I saw right away. It's like
That's the hope.
definitely looks good quality.
It looks much. It's like a weird wide distortion when it's that, but
Mhm.
this is a more, I guess, regular or natural looking version of it. Gear's not particularly interesting, but that's what I'm doing. How is everybody in the comments? I'm just gonna like pin a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Indeed, we do see you.
What's this?
Oh wait, it's like
I see you.
overlaying weirdly over there.
Yeah, I was just trying to read that. Wow.
It's pretty
This is
intense.
brightness.
Okay. I don't know if that's better or worse, but it was
Yeah, I
getting
just
a
closed
bit.
the windows here too, because it kind of made it weird lighting.
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes window lights like awesome, and then other times it's the weirdest artifact to deal with.
Yeah, sometimes I think if it's too strong, it doesn't look good, but it's like it has to be like at a perfect. But yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. The green
Wh-
screen is kind of glitching out.
what time is it? Where are you?
It's one something 1:37.
Gotcha. Are
That'll be
you in
fine.
LA or?
I'm in Northern California.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah,
That actually
you're in
might be
Canada,
a bit
right?
hard. Yeah. We're up here for like. We generally take like 6 to 8 months shooting a season, and we're about halfway through it now, it seems, which is weird to me
Mhm.
because I feel like we just got here and we're just getting into the swing of things. But yeah, we're nearly done. We got a couple more months and then we'll head back to LA. And I don't know what from
Cool.
there. I'll be turning
Is
18
that?
and dealing with
Oh,
all
wait,
that.
really?
Speaking of which, uh,
When are you?
happy
When are you turning
birthday
18?
to Isa. Is a friend of mine who just turned
Oh,
18.
happy birthday, Eva.
Yes, you were saying?
I was saying, when are you turning 18? Because I'm also turning 18 this year.
I turn 18 in September. How about you?
October, pretty close.
October.
Yep.
That's gonna be weird.
Yeah,
How are
it
you?
is.
How are you thinking about it? What What's your point of view on that kind of thing?
I don't know. I'm not. I mean, I guess I'm not thinking about it a lot because it's like. I mean, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna get my like license. I mean, I could have gotten it already, but
I don't
um,
have mine either.
I just I don't have a reason to. And also, I think the process is much easier once you're 18. So, do that, which sounds fun but also scary at the same time. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's probably gonna be nice though for like the studio and stuff. If you have a quick idea, you can just head over.
that's true. Yeah, yeah, that's what I like the idea of it because I meet up with my friends and stuff, but I have to get driven there, so it's nice to have that freedom.
Yeah. You planning on getting something? It's probably way too early to ask, but I imagine that if I got like something with, I imagine if I got a car, I'd want to get something with space so I could have a couple guitar cases or gear in the background. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't thought about like what type of car. I'm not really into cars, but
Me neither.
I mean, I don't know.
Just looking through comments again.
So do you mainly live in LA or Canada?
Uh, LA most of the time, but when we shoot, we come up here to Canada, and it's nice. It's a nice thing to sort of broaden your worldview. It's helped with the whole 18 thing, because now I don't
Mm.
think of LA as so much of like a definitive home, but I don't know. It's a weird thing. I like Toronto though. It's nice.
Yeah, I've never been there actually. I wanted to go to Canada. Um, but yeah, it snows
Toronto's
there,
weird.
right?
It's cold and then it gets very hot and humid, which is certainly the case today.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's been sunny lately finally, or well, it is warm most of the time in California, but it's been like rainy and cloudy for way longer, I feel like, than usual. Usually by May it's like plenty
Yeah,
hot, but lately it's been having better weather, so it's nice.
yeah. LA's like a nice sort of it gets super hot, but it also occupies this weird degree of cold where it's enough to wear a jacket, but it's not like East Coast cold. But when you get over to the East Coast, it's an entirely, it's like this shock. And then all of a sudden, when summer comes around in like Toronto and it's 50 degrees outside, you're like, whoa, it's incredibly warm here. So I think it's like you adjust depending on where you are. I miss LA though right now. I sort of, whenever I spend too much time in LA or Toronto, I'm like, it was so fun last year when we were over there. I don't have much of a plan for these things when I come on. It's sort of just like hanging out.
It's fun.
But, yeah. Once again, I'm just checking in with Can you see the comments at all? Or?
Not on this program, but I guess I could probably open up YouTube.
I got it off to the right here. I'm just looking.
Do
Everybody's
you have like
asking
two screens?
us to sing. What?
Do you have like two screens or something?
Oh, it's a whole rig. You don't. It looks like. My joke is like it looks like the CNN broadcast because there are a billion buttons and it's this live stream and I can cut to different cameras, so it's a whole thing. Why am I seeing like Freddie Mercury comments? Raven, I don't have context for that. Let's see. I'm trying to get my bearings with like the comments and stuff, but
What does that mean?
the fandom gets very odd, and there are lots of fun artifacts and stuff that come up. So I think it has to do with the previous stream. That would be my best assessment of it. So like when you're out in LA and you're writing, like how does that generally work for you? Like how long does it take you to write a song, and like production wise, how long does that take, and what are you getting into recently?
Well, let's see. Writing songs, I mean, I like never know how to answer that question because it's totally like so random. Like I've written songs in like 30 minutes, and then other times it takes like 2 years to like completely finish it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I just kind of, I try not to like stress myself out in like having to finish songs in a certain time. I just kind of, give myself the like time and space to just be creative and work on it. And then however far it gets, it's like kind of just how it's supposed to be. I just kind of jump around on different songs a lot and, like add a little bit to each one. Slowly.
Gotcha. And is it with like the same for production, or?
No. Production is actually pretty fast because by the time I go to the sessions, I already have songs all written and like everything it's like the whole song is completely done. So all that's left to do is just record it, and then the producer just like adds the instruments and stuff.
Gotcha.
So that part's actually, so I do like, I don't know, usually when I go there, it's like 3 days, I think, like usually like 3 days of full days
Wow.
of studio sessions. So it's like 8 hours or whatever, like 9 hours or I don't know, like 9 hours for 3 days, and then we finish like 3 songs in that time. Yeah.
That's super cool. It takes me months to get stuff done. I am also doing the entire thing myself, and I don't quite know how the software works. But
Which software are you using?
I use Logic, and so like
Oh,
I'll write something and then I'll track all the instruments and produce it, but it takes a while. So 3 days is quite an impressive. Uh, it makes sense why you're able to like put stuff out every month.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the producer's very good at that. I don't know how to do the whole producing thing yet, but it's something I want to learn eventually. But yeah, he's super good, and we just work really well together. He kind of like knows my sound and stuff, so that always works pretty good.
That sounds like a great workflow. What are you
Yeah.
getting into recently, like
Like,
music wise?
um, I don't know. It's like kind of always like just still like I don't know, just writing songs. Like, it's kind of like a similar flow as it's been like for a while. Um, as far as like releasing songs every month, and then I don't know. I've been trying to do piano more because most of the time
Gotcha.
I do guitar. Um, so I want to get more because I know very like basic piano chords, but I try to learn more of that. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's. I found that like playing different instruments definitely brings new sides of writing out. So I'm like you. I write
yeah,
on
for sure.
guitar mostly, and
Mhm.
I'll just sit in a bathroom alone for an hour working on an idea until it's done. And my way of like writing generally is to start with the music and sort of fumble around on the guitar until I can find a riff, and then that brings out the lyrics. But anytime that I've written something on the piano, it's definitely touched a different side of that. So yeah, that's
Yeah, me
probably,
too.
if I start writing more, I'll go to the piano. You found
Mhm.
that that works? You're having good luck with that, or that's your next
Yeah,
plateau?
yeah. Yeah, if I'm stuck on a song, I'll like try to change instruments. That does help sometimes. But usually, like when I go to piano, um, I just tend to go for a really slow, sad melody, like automatically, which
Yeah,
I'm trying to get away from. Um, whereas guitar, it's like I'm like more strummy, so it could be more upbeat and stuff. Um,
yeah.
but it does bring out a different side of like a different vibe.
Well, it's cool because like when I did you start on guitar or piano?
Guitar.
I started on piano, and it's weird transitioning to guitar because it's like each on piano it's a very literal thing. It's like it goes from C to an octave
Yeah.
up. But on guitar, it's like each string starts at a different point, and so it's this weird head trip of trying to figure out how to voice chords. And so your sensibilities of like how to play chords on guitar and piano, it changes so much. So I could play the same thing on piano and it brings out a different side of that. It brings out other ideas and chords that
Mm.
voicings that did work on guitar don't work on piano. And
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
yeah.
I've definitely. Yeah, guitar is more complicated because
Do you
there's
ever
like
mess around with like weird
so many.
tunings?
No, I actually never. It's always like in standard tuning. Um, I don't even know what that does. I guess it just like because I'll just like transpose the key or something if I need to do that. So
Gotcha. No, I mean for like writing
yeah.
purposes. Like, have you ever tuned the guitar to dadgad or just detuned certain strings to? Have you ever done something like that?
No, actually, wait. So it sounds like out of tune.
Yeah,
You tune it
so
so
okay.
that's interesting.
The last thing you want to do on a stream is tune your guitar to something. But I think you're going to find this really cool. Do you have like a guitar near you?
I do actually. It's right here. I have it
Okay, so
ready.
if you have like a tuner or something, tune the E string, the low E string, down to a D.
All right, hold on.
Oh no, my AirPods are connecting to the iPhone.
I know. I was just thinking that would happen to me.
So that,
Okay,
and
turn
then have the B string go to an A, and the high E string go
there.
to a D.
Okay, Okay, I'm behind. So E is goes to B.
So this is what I'll do whenever I'm in. Because, like I said, I write by just messing around on the guitar. Sometimes it's very fun to find new chord voicings by putting the guitar in a different tuning, because it gives you that advantage that piano doesn't have, where like each string will start on a new note. And so I can change the notes that it start on, and you end up with these really rich things. Also, if you want, we can like play songs on this. There's no particular
Yeah, sure.
format, but if that's
That'd be
interesting,
fun.
that might be fun to do.
Okay, so what do I tune? Hold on, I forgot. What do I tune E to? Does it matter, or do I just like
Okay,
do random?
both E
do a random
strings,
thing?
tune it to D.
All right.
This is a common alternative tuning. If we had all day and this wasn't a stream, like you could mess around and just do weird stuff, and just experiment, which is generally what I end up doing. Okay, so the E string for the low and the high, those are both going to go to a D, and then your B string is going to be tuned down to an A.
Okay. This tuner thing I'm using is kind of
I get you.
weird. It's like
I'm
trying
just
to
using
tune
my
it correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
I've-
too. But I'm using a guitar tuner. That happens.
gotcha. I'm using this thing called a guitar toolkit. Check it. It's very. I think you'll like it. It does like a metronome, and it has all of these scales and different voicings of chords to look up. Actually, as I saw like Phineas recommend it, and I was like, that's a pretty cool app. I'm gonna check that out. So
Wait,
let
what
me
is
know
it
when
called
you're
again?
there. What?
What's it called again? What's that app
Guitar
called? I won't download
Toolkit.
it now, but
Guitar toolkit.
okay.
So, to bring it back to this tuning thing that we've brought up, that I've brought up, this is like, you start finding these interesting, real rich sounding chords by even just playing like two fingers.
Yeah,
if
that's
you
cool.
want-
Actually, it probably brings out different like melodies to come up with.
Oh, for sure. This is how I wrote 4th of July. So, like, you could put it up here. No, that's a little too. And of course, you'd need to tune it to that. But, yeah. Another cool one is, like, tuning the G string down to an E, so that you get this cool effect between the low E string, the high E string, and the G, which is now tuned to an E. There's another one, just throwing it out there. But like,
That's cool. I'm like just trying to. This app is still not letting me tune because it's like trying to tune the right note. So it's like, no, start over. Like you're not on the right note. I'm like, no, I'm trying. Not pretty close to D, probably. I don't know. Yeah, it's just not. It just does not want me to tune.
I bet everybody in the chat is like, F.
What's
No.
what's F?
I think it's like boring, or like they're being ignored.
F? Like the letter. Wait, let's see.
I think I actually did it wrong. Anyways,
I am trying to tune it back now. Okay. Alright.
do you want to play some songs?
Sure. What kind of songs?
I don't know. Do you want to do one and then I'll do one, or?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. I was thinking maybe I could do. I'm trying to pull my. Maybe I could do my. I think my audio is not working. Oh, never mind.
Before we do, let's do like I'm gonna try and think of some questions in between, but we should do like a song and then a question and then a song and a question type thing.
All right, that sounds good. Let me get water. Okay. Okay. I'll do my song that recently came out. It's called "Together at Home," and it's a song about quarantine and kind of some of my feelings in this last year being in quarantine.
Awesome. Take it away.
Alone, together but at home, we spend all day with no connection, only tensions. I hope the world has grown so cold. The knot inside my chest is only getting tighter as the days go on. When will we breathe the air again? When you fall into your knees again, no matter how alone. We're together but at home. Sitting by yourself, staring at the wall became a superpower. Days have been so long, I don't even want to shower. Every second is intimidating, feeling like I should be doing something, but instead I'm watching TikToks for the 5th hour. I'll take a walk, guess it's better, let's talk. I'm so happy I got internet, I watch like a hawk. Every show there is on Netflix, I'm already all through. So I found some old puzzles in the back of my room. This is different, my whole life is twisted. We can't be around people, it's like the curtain has lifted. It's the start of a show, this shouldn't be real. I think the curtain should close so we don't have to feel so alone. Together but at home, we spend all day with no connection, only tensions. I hold the world has grown so cold. The knot inside my chest is only getting tighter as the days go on. When will we breathe the air again? When you fall into your knees again, no matter how alone. We're together but at home. I'm stuck on my phone, I keep searching for the normal, like where'd it go? Cause I'm lonely, been walking up and down these roads, crossing over when somebody's getting close. You see, they're avoiding me, we all got to now. Don't like this routine, I'm not really proud. When it's over, I can't wait to see you again. I'll appreciate it better cause I know how it's been so alone. Together but at home, we spend all day with no connection, only tensions. I hold the world has grown so cold. The knot inside my chest is only getting tighter as the days go on. When will we breathe the air again? When you fall into your knees again, no matter how alone. We're together but at home. I don't wanna feel this way, I don't wanna feel this emptiness, I just wanna feel okay. I don't wanna feel this way, I don't wanna feel this emptiness, I just wanna feel okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That is a super awesome song, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, like, what would you say are your top songs to like play on Spotify right now? Like, what do you? I don't know. I sort of already asked this. Like, what are you getting into? But what do you find is like most influential in terms of how you came to start writing? And like for me it was John Mayer, and like seeing like a seminar on YouTube that he did at Berkeley. But like, who are the main people that inspire you to do what you do?
Oh, I don't. I mean, well, I know like my current inspirations, but when I started writing, I was 9, and it kind of like as I,
Wow.
grew up, there was different inspirations. So I don't know. Should I start with like my very first? Um, like I don't know, but I don't know. When I first started writing, I didn't even have a inspiration exactly for like writing specifically. I just kind of like started doing it because I liked it. I don't know. I like Justin Bieber. Um, but I'd say right now and like the last couple years when I've been writing the most songs, my biggest inspirations are Alec Benjamin, um, and I really like NF.
NF, I don't know.
I Yeah, NF is a rapper. Because I like rapping too, so I um yeah, take inspiration from his songs. But I'd say it's like mostly Alec Benjamin, because well, I don't know. It's just I just remember like 3 years ago, or maybe like 3 years ago is when I like discovered him, and I was just inspired by the way he wrote, and I was inspired to write a lot more. I started writing a lot more like when I found him. I just like the way he tells stories and is very specific in his lyrics. I never thought about doing that before. So I always like even the song I just played is very like specific, like in the
Yeah.
verses, like what I'm talking about. So he always did that, and I thought that was very cool. So yeah,
I got into Alec a couple years ago through John Mayer saying like this kid is awesome, and I'm like, well, I better check out his music. And then I went, and I was like, hey, I used to watch this guy on like he used to be on some old streaming platform that I watched him on, but I didn't know any of his music, and boy, is he a brilliant writer. Yeah,
yeah,
Alec's
he was.
awesome. Alrighty. What is your is that like your favorite song at the moment, or do you have like a personal favorite that you like?
I don't. It's always hard, like because I like all of them, but um, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's my favorite. I don't. It's like, oh, thank you, Ellie or Eli. That's very nice.
They're very sweet,
Um,
but it is
yeah.
true.
Um, wait, what was it? What was
What
I
was? Do you have a
saying?
personal favorite song to perform?
Oh yeah. I think. Well, I wish I could perform. I haven't performed in forever, but I think I really like keeping everything inside. That's the song I released before the this last song. Um, so pretty recently. And I've always liked that one. It's yeah, it's very like pop song-ish, but it still has like what I like most about my songs, like where I'm still talking about like an important subject, and it's like still deep, but it's also fun. So yeah,
Yeah, it's always fun when you can get like that, and that song definitely has that nice balance where like melodically it's this accessible thing that's like, ooh, that's an interesting melody, and that sort of comes together in that arena. But then the lyrics are either doing something that's uh, in that same vein but goes a little deeper than what you would generally think of off the surface, or is in contrast to, like, if the riff sounds sad, it's very fun for the lyrics to be happy, and vice versa. But
yeah,
that's if in terms of like the lyric writing department and making things extremely clever, you definitely got it down. It's one of my favorite things to watch your TikToks where you will write the other perspective of a song.
yeah,
That's brilliant.
oh yeah, those are super fun. Yeah,
Alrighty, I'm gonna do like a song really quick, and then if you're good to do another, that's your prerogative. But,
yeah, for sure.
okay. Okay. your heart to discard off. Give me your love to use. Drink from your heart till it's dried up. Hand it back and say I'm broken over you. Fate awaits for me to break your heart in two. So know you're going into something already doomed. I hate to say you can't let my heart hurt you. So be careful where you use the words I love you. You'll jumpstart your heart and forget it. Do your best to try to move on. And the regret you have, you can never shed it. You play pretend, say it's already gone. And fate awaits for me to break your heart in two. So know you're going in something already doomed. I hate to say you can't let my heart hurt you. So be careful where you use the words I love you. Lie to yourself. Lie 'cause there's no one else. Even if this love was born to fail, I have no choice, my heart already fell. 'Cause fate awaits for me to break your heart in two. So know you're going into something already doomed. I hate to say okay and let my heart hurt you. So be careful where you use the words I love you. Thanks, Rafi.
I don't have a track, but that was awesome.
It would feel a
I
bit
heard
weird
that
if
one.
I
Yeah.
gave it to myself. That's
Yeah, that was great. I love the chords you use. It's like very unique. I always use the same four chords over and over.
Well, that's what like I love about the guitar is like there's
Yeah.
constantly these cool little things up and down the neck that you can find. And anyways, I'm excited to hear what you've picked for like the next song.
Okay. All right. Um I think I'll do um yeah, I think I Okay, this is I'll do my song called Pretty People. It's unreleased. But I'm gonna release it
Ooh.
soon. Yeah, this one is it's like it's about like the negative lost my train of thought. It's like about like the negative effects that social media can have on mental health. Um, and I'm talking about like kind of my experience, but I think this is just like a relevant subject. I just wanted to write a song about it. So here it is.
What's it called?
Pretty People.
Pretty People. Okay.
Yeah. I look, ooh, wrong chord. I look in the mirror, I don't like myself. No, I just can't help it. It's just how it goes. I'm stuck on my phone. I can't live without. It's exhausting looking at everything that you don't have. Oh, trust me, it's working. So give myself confidence back. All these pretty people doing pretty cool things, and I'm stressing about it behind the screen. All these pretty people know it's not what it seems, but it's hard to believe. All these pretty people, na na na, na na na, na 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 na. All these pretty people, na na na, na na na. All these pretty people looking like they got a great life. You know, that may not be right, but I can't really tell the difference. I'm affected by likes, and we're always wrapped up in a twisted version of life. Like, can't get away from it even if I try. Does it make you nervous when you're posting pics of you? Or are you just working? It's just something that you do. I bet when we're hurting, yeah, you're struggling too. Cause you're just a human if you told me the truth. All these pretty people doing pretty cool things, and I'm stressing about it behind the screen. All these pretty people know it's not what it seems, but it's hard to believe. All these pretty people, na na na, na na na, na 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 na. All these pretty people, na na na, na na na. It's exhausting looking at everything that you don't have. Oh, trust me, it's working. So give myself confidence back. All these pretty people doing pretty cool things, and I'm stressing about it behind the screen. All these pretty people know it's not what it seems, but it's hard to believe. All these pretty people, na na na, na na na, na 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 na. All these pretty people, na na na, na na na. All these pretty people.
All right. Oh no, I've added in like a third window by accident. That was a really awesome song.
Thank you.
What I really like about like your songwriting is you touch on these subjects which are difficult for me to like grasp as a songwriter in terms of like how you would approach it, because it can very quickly get to this place of preachy or hyper accessible, but you always twist it in these really cool articulations and point of views on how you just word it. Like if I tried to do anything like that, I would fail miserably, and
I don't say that.
that's really cool.
Thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, I like to talk about like those certain subjects. I mean, sometimes I also like it can come out in like a cheesy way. Like I've written my first version of Together at Home. It was more like cheesy. I like rewrote the whole thing. So it's just about like trial and error, I guess.
Gotcha. Is that at all hard to like rewrite stuff, or what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, maybe like more like just frustrating, like because I don't want to like start over. But I just know it like I just know if it like doesn't feel right. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, like my first version Together at Home was more about the like a concept of some kind of concept with masks, and like using that as using literal masks as like a symbolism for like we're masking our our like feelings or something. Or it was then it just turned out a little bit cheesy. So I came up with the other concept, which is like what I have now. So
Is it that you rewrote the song entirely, like melody, or did you keep some of it?
Yeah, I wrote it entirely because I didn't like the melody either.
Gotcha.
If I like a melody, I'll keep it. But yeah, I just rewrote it all.
I asked because like I've tried to do stuff like that in the past, and it's hard to get back in the emotional space that you were when you wrote the song. But it's super cool that you can like even just jump into other people's songs and be able to write from that place. It's very emotionally chameleon-like, which is enviable in a songwriter.
Thank you.
Anyways, I'm on these streams. I generally do like trivia and stuff, so I think I'm gonna hop over to that now. These things generally only last like an hour, anyways. But thank you very much for hopping on the stream and taking a leap of faith with me. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Very fun.
Alrighty. Thank you very much. Bye. Okay, that was Sophie's awesome. Everybody check out her social media at Sophie Pecora. I'm following her, so if you want, you can just scroll through on TikTok if you need the exact articulations of how it's spelled, but she's super, super cool. So definitely check that out. We're going to move on to some trivia now, for those that have been waiting for that. But that was cool. I didn't know that she was going to play an unreleased song, so that was awesome. So everybody go follow her on IG. That was super nice of her. Okay. Moving on to trivia. Let me see if I can get this stuff up. Okay. Live stream. I always have the music buried in here. Okay, sound effects. There we are. The trivia is beginning as we speak. So, if you are tier 3, head over to Discord and we shall begin this. Here we go. I love it how I comment one thing and a billion comments come down, and then I put the question. My bad. Okay. Reginald is correct. It was Hargreaves who said that line. Okay. Question 1 down. This one is quite short and sweet, this line. Oh, I forgot to switch the screens. Klaus is correct. Nice job, Emily. There was a bit of hesitation in the commenting there. They were like, did he post a real question? Okay. I believe that is the first person to say the correct answer. Leah, nice job. Okay. I want to be deceptive. Wasn't my best work, but it did the job, didn't it? I really wish that you guys would look these over, but I guess you're just, oh my gosh. You have the right answer, but you were right before, which means that it doesn't count. But how coincidental is that? Mia, I think you're the first person, but I may be wrong. Mods, if this is not the first person, let me know. But I believe that Mia just won. I forgot I put this in. Okay. I just like the way that that question is put forth. What? I clicked on the wrong... I must have clicked on the wrong thing. Nice job. Alrighty. Okay. We're here at our last question. And Valentina may just be the first person. Let me verify that. Indeed she is. A lot of people are saying the second one, but no, hers is not edited, so I don't know why everybody is marking. That's super odd. That's very odd, because on my screen it comes up as she's first. Okay, I'm gonna take these both into account. And, that's... Oh, what a weird... Hold on a second. Hold on a quick second here. Let me check in. Why is that coming? It's coming outside my computer. Okay. Yeah, she's first. Ay. Okay. Okay. And that is our trivia. Oh, I didn't share my screen for the last bit there. That's alright. Thank you to everyone for joining the stream this week. Thank you again to Sophie Pecora for joining the stream, taking a leap of faith, and because we hadn't met before, and this is like the first sort of face-to-face thing. Hey, do you want to come hang out for an hour on a live stream, and maybe play some songs or something? Thank you to her for doing that, and for playing an unreleased song, which is huge, and a very good one at that, as these things go. I'm excited. Anyways, thanks again to you guys and to her for coming on the stream. I'll see you around. I hope you enjoyed the video this week, and alrighty. I love you all. Take care. Bye. I hit the wrong button. It's a classic me. Alright. For real now. Take care. Bye.